Yo, what's up, guys? So, today I'm building a game where you literally destroy innocent cubes for freaking money. And somehow, this simple idea took me over 2 hours to just get the basic scripts working. So, trust me, this is gonna get way crazier, alright? So, welcome to my devlog. So, the game I'm making today is just a tiny bit inspired by Steel and Brain Rot, alright? But instead of stealing brain rots, we are gonna be shredding cubes into oblivion. The game is called Shred a Cube, and what sounds simple turned into a mini freaking coding worm day. Alright, before we start breaking everything, let me show you the plan. So firstly, I'm gonna show you guys how the game works. So, basically, random cubes will spawn on the red carpet, just like in Steel and Brain Rot. Each cube that has its own rarity, price, and income value floating above it. And then the player can buy the cube, collect it into their inventory, and then throw it into the giant shredder machine where the cube gets freaking completely obliterated. Alright? And then it just gives the player the freaking money. Because yes, why not? Destroying geometry is now a business. But of course, we are not stopping at the boring cubes, man. I'm gonna add better rarities, cooler effects, faster shredders, and maybe some insanely rare cubes. And we are not gonna forget the freaking admin abuse that needs to be in the whole game now. Alright, enough talking. Let's actually try to build this thing. Then hopefully everything doesn't break immediately. Alright, so now let's make the leader stats. Because without leader stats, there's basically no goal in the game. So no coins, no rebirths, no reason to grind. So I quickly scripted a basic leader stats system for the coins and future stats. And of course, you cannot forget that I made a super epic coding montage. Let's get lit! Alright, since I've ended the coding, let's see if it works or not. So the moment of truth right now. Let's see if it works or not. And it works! Let's go! Chat, let's go! W's! Alright. So, basically, now that we have the stats done, we can start building the plots, alright? Because we need plots to, I don't know. So basically, each player will have their own plot area where the shredders will be placed later, alright? So now I'm not the best builder, so for now we are just going to be using the classic stud style, you know? Nothing fancy, but at least it works. Alright, so time for another montage you definitely cannot skip. Alright, so the plots are finished and honestly, they look kinda bad, but it's only day one, so I'll improve them later, you know? So now, I just need to script the plot system, so I'll I'll be back when everything works, alright? Alright, I just finished scripting, and now it's time to test if everything actually works. And okay, I did get a tiny bit, just a tiny bit, help of my good old friend ChatGPT, alright? But we don't talk about that, alright? So, now obviously, it wouldn't really be a game without a map, so I need to build something the players will actually stand on, alright? So enjoy another montage while I try to make something that looks decent, alright? Alright, I finished the map, and honestly, for day one, it actually looks pretty decent, you know? I'll probably improve it later, but for now, it works, you know? now we can finally start working on the cube system, you know. First, I created two parts named start part and then end part. These parts will basically tell the game where the cubes spawn and end. So the cubes will disappear between these 2 points. And yeah, you know, let's get the scripting finished. You know, all right, I'm done, and it's now time to see if everything actually works. You know, honestly, I'm expecting like at least 10 bugs, but let's test it out. You know. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. I'm actually subscribed, bro. Bro, I'm actually surprised, bro. There's no way. There's less bugs than I expected, bro. Which is honestly kind of scary because ChatGPT might be too smart. So, the rest of the time I spent fixing small bugs, but don't worry, I'm not gonna make you watch me suffer for literally 20 minutes, you know, so we are skipping that part. And it has come to the end. That was day 1 of making Shred a Cube. This devlog will be 4 parts total, each one being around 5 minutes long, you know, and when everything is finished, I'll upload the full compiled devlog movie, alright? So that will be 20 minutes, you know, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in day 2. Peace out! Ah!